My name is Shawn Partridge, and I'm a tribal citizen. I'm a descendant of the Mvskoke tribal town and of the Turtle Clan, a longtime employee of the nation. I really had a strong desire to go and participate because I'd been really bothered by the outcome of the election and the campaign leading up to the election, and have a lot of concerns about the new presidential administration. And so I really was looking for a time to go and gather with other people that felt the same way, and to have an opportunity to have our voice heard, because I'm feeling like the new administration doesn't represent the values and the beliefs that I hold as a woman. And so the march provided a great opportunity to gather with other women and people of all genders and ages and very diverse backgrounds to share those concerns. There were 4 of us, and then also had Lillian Thomas and her daughter Natalie Garrett, and Natalie's son Elliot followed behind us in a car. And then once we got to the march, I saw many Creek citizens that were there, as well as a lot of other Native people that I knew. And it was exciting to see the Oklahoma City Creek Indian community had a gathering there as well. They had picked like a meeting spot, and there was a large group of their community members there. So I think Mvskoke Creek Nation had a really good showing in terms of participation that day. The march was an opportunity to bring women together to share our voice about concerns that we have in protecting women's rights. Not just women's rights, but really the rights of everyone, basic human rights. And so it was really critical in having the large masses of people, not only there again to express concerns about women's reproductive health care, just basic health care rights, immigration issues of equality, equal pay. Certainly as a Native woman, I have great concern about the administration's ability to protect our rights as sovereign nations and to respect those rights. Those issues were I mean, you could see those kinds of messages on many of the signs that were there too, from Native people. So there were a variety of issues, I think, that were brought to light, or concerns being shared about those issues at the march that day. And so again, an opportunity for people to come together peacefully to share those concerns. There were a lot of strong speakers and messages that were shared. And really as a way to bring people, to unite them for a movement to have our voices heard on important issues, or issues that are important to us.
Lillian Thomas Zahozif Gadosh, Akfashkid Amidal Wadosh, Amalegidet Halbadal Gidosh. My name is Lillian Thomas, and my tribal town is Mvskoke, and I'm of the Alligator Clan, and I'm a full-blood Creek. I work for the Creek Nation in the Social Security Assistance Program. I wasn't really planning on attending until the night before. My daughter called me, and Shawn Partridge was getting a group together to go up there, and so she asked if I wanted to ride with her, and I said sure. And she had made these hats. She calls them kitty hats, but I call it Borzozelgi in Gadaboa, a little kitty hat. But anyway, she had made some extra, so I think she gave one to one of Shawn's group, and then my grandson and I got to wear these. But my daughter is Natalie Garrett, and she works for the Corps of Engineers, and she's an archaeologist. So she had asked me to go with her, and we spent the whole day at the march, and it was the first march that I've ever attended. and I was just amazed by the number of people that showed up, the women from different walks of life, and their children, and even their husbands. It was just a good, peaceful demonstration. I saw all kinds of signs protesting the injustice to women and to the different races. And I just, it was a new experience for me, and I was proud of the fact that I could be a part of it.
For me, it made me feel really empowered because I had been feeling, quite honestly, pretty devastated at the result of the election, and just, concerns for the future, of our people, for my son, and just the long-term impacts that this administration can have. And so I left feeling really empowered, and knowing that there had been just the enormous participation, not just, in Oklahoma City and DC, but across the nation and across the world. I think just sent a really strong message. And so for me, that was really empowering, and I think has really set a tone in terms of bringing people together, and that empowerment, that motivation to continue with the united front to address issues that are important to us, and to make sure that this administration is aware of issues that are important to us and what people in America stand for. I'd had the opportunity when we came back from the march, a lot of the front area by the podium had cleared out, and so we were able to be right up front and be able to see very clearly the speakers. And as we were gathered there, and there was a speaker, a transgender woman who was speaking at the time, a hawk had flown over the top of the Capitol. And meanwhile, you're in the middle of downtown, you have thousands of people around, there was like a helicopter all over the place, and this hawk came over the front pillars and the steps and literally flew, very close to the crowd, right up the middle, and it was the most amazing thing. And so, like Lillian said, I felt like that again was a very just positive sign, for what we were doing and the reason that we were there that day.